Yes, I've been on many a hunt. Sometimes you're looking for cool articles of clothing, sometimes you're looking for plastic crap. But then sometimes, other times, you're hunting a very elusive, very terrible creature known as derp. One of the most dangerous of all game. This one time I was at a local shopping mall, and I saw a pack of wild derp approaching. I saw the alpha derp with his faggy ball cap turned off to the side, with it all popped up on his faggot-shaved head, wearing some gay faggot clothing. It was all baggy and ill-fitting. So, I leveled my trusty 223 Ruger 14, and I leveled it, and I said, "Hey, bro!" And he turned his faggy head at me. Right there. Okay, well, that was kind of the opening skit I was going for. Just trying to invite the latest addition to the Tolstoy cast. The Tolstoy set, the new edition, the big, fancy leather armchair that I got at a Goodwill for like $50. Straight up $50. That is absolutely correct. I got it because it's old and cheap and it's probably going to break. And it is a little messed up, but the cushioning was alright. It is leather. It's the color I like. I don't like the fact that it's not bolstered in the back, or whatever the hell they call it, where they push down the leather so that it's all... I think some guy said it was like flustered. Somebody told me it was flustered. Anyway, it's not the best armchair in the world, but I think it's pretty gangster. Anyway, so, and let me just go ahead and put this out here right now. I am not FPS Russia. I am actually responsible. I don't fake Russian accents, and I generally, if I were to shoot, would use eye protection, ear protection. I did load my magazine. The safety was on. I knew that wasn't loaded. I mean, obviously the magazine wasn't in the gun, so please, before you go off on me. I've never shown my gun on camera before, because it's almost like, and I wanted to grab an airsoft gun and basically say, this is my rifle, this is my gun, this one's for fighting, this one's for fun, and it is most that case. I would hope to never have to use it. Anything for sport. I mean, I suppose I could use it for target practice, but there are no rifle ranges in our area. Unloading these things is a bitch, because I'm actually not very experienced, and I really don't, I'm actually a little nervous around cartridges. I don't know what kind of impact they'll take, and whether or not they'll, if I can bend them, whether or not they'll be shootable once I've gotten them out of the cartridge. So there goes one. Do I slide them out backwards or forwards? No. Because I was watching a video by, not fancy, it was Cutlery Lover, who was talking about how he reloads his own ammunition, and he says that he keeps them all in a bag, and he said that you're traveling with a bag of bullets, you can actually damage the bullets, and he said, well, this could have misfired, look at this bullet, it was like bent in the shell. So, yeah, I'm not too good, and actually, once when I was loading, because I do practice with my weapon, both cleaning, taking it out, putting on the safety, cocking it. I've never fired my gun, ironically, but, once I was kind of putting in, these are standard Remington 223 hollow point long rifles. I like the fact that they're hollow points, but they were more expensive than the standard issue Remingtons that I get by the box. They're like green and white. Those are okay. But the thing is that I was like trying to load this thing, and I was like kind of iffy about putting them in. And I remember my hand was kind of shaking, and one of them fell on the floor and made a loud sound. And this was back when I was first learning to work with like an actual firearm. It's not that I haven't handled like a firearm before. It was always under the supervision of my father, and it was like he was always like right there. And he was sitting across the room, and he said, "Now imagine doing that in like a trench or in Vietnam, and like around you can hear oh my God, but Johnson's down." He said, "Wouldn't that be a bitch?" So I'm not too keen about reloading and unloading the magazine like that. I don't know if I'm ever gonna damage. I'm afraid of like striking the primer or some shit like that. But apparently, as I'm told, if it's the force of the bullet just coming out, even if I were to strike this with a hammer or something like that, the force of the bullet coming out and not going down a long rifled barrel, it won't come out with much power. It might, I don't know. But then again, CO2 pistols do have the power to kill. Would a bullet a contained bullet explosion outside of the gun be enough to kill a human? Anyway, so I've been meaning to. It's not I've been meaning to show off. I've never shown off my Mini Ruger. I like the kind of mixture of new and old titanium, complete titanium inside, nice whatever wooden handle this is, nice leather gun strap, and overall semi-automatic hunting rifle. Hey, it's what I. So it's been a really weird day for me because I just woke up and there's just. It's for me. It's always a daily struggle to find some sort of reason to get up in the morning. It's probably not the most brightest, though. That's not the most. It's not the most uplifting thing I could say, but it's whatever. So I did the best. I do the best I can to make myself happier. Got up and did some cutting drills with my sword. Went out with my brother to the Annapolis Mall, and at the Annapolis Mall, there's like this new game called, there's this new store called Mind Games. If anyone knows anything about, if you live in Maryland, I've had some fans say, hey, I know what you're talking about. I've been to Annapolis, yay. The Annapolis Mall, also known as the Westfield Mall. We had a shooting there. I wasn't there at the time, but I heard about it on the news, and the fucked up thing was, it was an SS agent versus a ghetto rat. Basically, the ghetto rat was beating up somebody for whatever reason, and this SS agent, Secret Service, protected George Bush, was on that, man. He went to intervene. The ghetto rat pulled a gun. Then the guy pulled a gun. They actually had a shootout. And the hilarious thing, not hilarious but kind of funny, is that there was I think they said 2 magazines of ammunition spent between them. So basically, they both emptied their guns and only managed to I think they both got non-lethal wounds. No one could, even the trained SS agent couldn't kill this kid. That says something. Anyway, so we were at the Westfield Mall. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't. If you do know about it, then you know that it's just rich people. It's not the richest mall I've been to ever, but you generally have. It's like closed store, richer closed store, slightly poorer closed store, rich people's shoe store, closed store. I actually got the urge to take my knife out and just throw it at a cardboard cutout that was inside a Hollister that, the doors were open. You could hear the, playing and shit like that. Some white Aryan faggot boy, I just thought I'd probably miss, but it doesn't matter. Just if it landed in, went into the chest of the cardboard cutout, that would be victory. Man, I'm not normal. Anyway, and there's this new store. They used to have the Discovery store in there, and then they got rid of it because it was too interesting, and it doesn't attract enough rich white people and derps. It wasn't, dude, here's a ball cap, awesome! There wasn't any of that in there. So, but now they've got this kind of a spiritual reincarnation of that store called Mind Games, and that's where I got the puzzle that I did the review of, the cast puzzle. If you go into my videos and you scroll down, you'll see me holding it up, and I used a little skit about the Cenobites, it's like the puzzle box almost, and they had a bunch of new ones there. The one thing I wish they would carry is Magician's playing cards, because I sort of collect a little bit of those, the Theory 11s and the Carnivals for cardistry. That's a portmanteau of the word card and artistry. Doing some stuff. I'm not too skilled, but I'm proud of my skills, sort of. It's like anything that I pick up, from butterfly knives to whatever, I only learn like a little bit. And then I kind of get bored when I can't go to a more advanced trick, but let's see what we got here. The one that I have to show you, which you've already seen on camera before, and it may not be the best for doing tricks with anymore, because once you really wear out, the deck, you kind of used it, you used it up, and I break the rules, which is I don't wash my hands, and these cards still worked out really amazing. One of the ones that people have noticed that I know how to do is the flourish, where you move them from one hand to the other. I've gotten pretty good at that. I can do it from pretty far away. I've never been able to get a foot apart. I don't know how far is physically possible, though I'm pretty sure, I've seen some people do some pretty amazing things when cardistry was involved. Another one that I can do, I don't know, I can do it okay. I'm really not good at it, but with this deck I am, just because of the texture. It's perfect for it. Fans. Right there. In case you want to pick a card, any card, you really don't want to sit there and go, because that looks unprofessional. If you can put a little bit of air on the cards with a flourish, then you got some air, and if they have the right texture and the right grip, with a little bit of, and I can't tell you how I did it. People try to explain to me how to do it, and then one day I just did it, and I kind of kept doing it, and most of the time I miss, but with the right set of cards, I can get a good kind of fan out of there. I can't really show you because of the way that I have to hold them, and I've seen people do way of better, amazing fans than me and better tricks. But yeah, I wish they would carry in that store more of these cards. They have some chems. They have some chem cards. I'm like, well, if you're going to go for a brand that isn't Bicycle, if you're going to go for chem, then go for Theory 11, go for Illusionist. And I realize they're all subsidiaries of Bicycle, but I'm saying, if you're going to show some cards, in your little, because the store is still, they have a whole bunch of, weird stuff there. They got the cast puzzles, and they even had sword canes. cheap, shitty stainless steel. Why on earth did you make this sword canes? And I even walked up to like the girl who was helping people, and she's like, "Hey, can I help you?" I just said like that, and I said, "You know these are incredibly illegal. I don't know if they're illegal to sell in Maryland, but I know carrying them. How would I get it out of the store? I mean, that's gun show kind of stuff. That's kind of under the black collar and cloak. What's it? Dark collar and cloak. Don't do it." So anyway, I was there, I was looking around, and every time I go in there, I find some new stuff, just like little cute stuff, and that's kind of why I like stores like that, because it's like you spend $5 to get something that maybe makes you happy for a quarter of a second. And then I went to go get some sushi, and that made me happy for like a quarter of a second, and then just walking out of the mall, just seeing all these really pretty girls that on the inside, you know, are just shallow whores, and you want to cut their throat, and it's like they're just with these guys who are complete fucking losers, and it's like, you can't, I don't know, it's like, I guess how do you define winning and losing? Well, I guess evolution has something to say about that. It's like we came all this way. The evolution of man has been the, you know, losing of our speed, our strength, everything that they say in America, oh, being a bro, and we traded in all that for intelligence. There is no animal that isn't quicker, faster, or stronger than us, but we're fucking smart. The cheetah could eat a man, all like that and shit, but if the cheetah caught a disease, he would die. We catch a disease, we're like vaccine, you know what I mean? So, and I just see them with these kind of guys, and I'm just like, you know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm also not, and I just think, oh my fuck, how? I'm sorry, I'm bleeding emo everywhere. I haven't been able to get intoxicated with my friends recently because my job seems to think that I'm a slave, though that's the way that they treat me anyway, and I should just keep working. I mean, I just figure 11 hours a day is a long stretch of time, but they tell me it's not, and work harder, nigger. That's pretty much what, it's the thing that they emote the most. Anyway, and I saw this in there, and I thought this was cool. Mark the time. This is how long it took me to get to the actual review. Welcome to Tolstoy's channel. Yeah, so I saw it, and it's a Mini Zen Garden. Now, I know nothing about Zen Gardens. I know nothing about, I've studied a lot about Eastern pantheist religions. I know a lot about Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Shinto, Tao. I've done a shit ton of research on like all world religions. I find them very fascinating, specifically the Eastern, you know, and Western, you know, religions. Like you have, you know, Rastafarianism and Christianity, and that's just like the polar opposite of, you know, Buddhism, which like it sort of like wraps around like a circle. Like they don't like go like a rainbow. It comes around full swing. Like if you continue to believe in one all-powerful God like Allah, then you'll eventually wrap around to the, you know, the Buddhist mentality of God is so all-powerful that it exists in everything. It is not separate from the universe. It is the universe. Or simply put, Shakyamuni Buddha described the concept that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. And yes, I'm using the exact phrase borrowed from SpongeBob SquarePants, the parody that was on VH1 Illustrated, if you want to look that up on YouTube. And yeah, that is actually what the Buddhists, that is really the Theravada tradition. People get confused when they talk about Buddhism, they think that the prime drive behind Buddhism is reincarnation. I'm like, no, it's more of a side, you know, it's kind of a side idea, just like transubstantiation is a side idea of Christianity. Not all Christians believe in transubstantiation. In fact, I think only Catholics do. So, I don't know anything about Zen or why they do the Zen Garden. I think it was done by Buddhists as a way of channeling their thinking to, you know, a more, like in the same way that they shave their heads and wear robes because they don't want fancy clothing to give them a distraction, and they don't want their hair to give them any kind of distraction. They want to be free of the veil of ignorance. They don't want to think about taxes. They don't want to think about who should be president. They want to think about how can I make myself happy without needing anything. Detach myself from reality. I don't need this hat. Except I'm not a fucking Buddhist. Which is why I don't, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm like, I do need that hat. Fuck, you know. I need another hat. God damn. So, yeah, I'm pretty materialist, and I believe that humans are a material species. If we weren't material, we wouldn't have lasted this far. I don't believe in, I respect religion, but I believe in, I guess I'm becoming more of an objectivist. But not really. I play BioShock 2, and that really helped, I think, put a finish on things. BioShock 1 loosened my faith in my, you know, my mentality of a very, you know, extreme liberalism, you know, borderline communism. And I've come down from there a little bit, you know, and I played BioShock 2, and I was, like, afraid, because it changed the way I thought. Like, I started thinking, oh my god, what if Andrew Ryan is right? What if Ayn Rand and objectivism is right? But then I played BioShock 2, and it was like, they show a very interesting view of Andrew Ryan in their universe after, you know, a side you didn't get to see about him in the first place, which is, like, I think they summed it all up best when he said, "Now I'm alone, just the way I wanted to be in my city." Is that what it was? You just wanted to be alone? Is that how you're supposed to, you know? And it's almost like what Adam Sessler once said about Ayn Rand. He was talking about Bioshock, and he said, and we're not going to get into a discussion about the ridiculous idea that Ayn Rand has about how we're supposed to treat people and interact with people. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know anything about Eastern religions. I'm not a fan of Eastern religions, but I think that, no, I do know a lot about them, but I don't know exactly everything about them. So if I misspeak, you'll have to forgive Tolstoy on the matter. So, we have the Mini Zen Garden, and it shows you the stuff, I guess, that it comes with. It says Life in Miniature, Asian Arts. It was $11.99, it was $12. I can earn $12, I can. You kind of see what we got going on in there. It looks almost like it comes with like a little wooden tray, and like you have some sand, maybe, we'll find out. Oh, okay, it says on the back here, contents, wooden tray, little garden rake, the miniature, version of the rake that the Buddhists, the Theravadists would use to comb the sands and feel zen. 3 figurines, stuff to put in there, polished stones, white sand, and some instructions. Really? There's fucking instructions? I just thought you were supposed to set it up however you wanted to be and be creative. Okay. So, not much else to know about the box. Nice packaging. It doesn't come in blister pack, which is nice. I had to go back to using the CRKT because, I have to send in that, I gotta send in that other knife, the Tylite that I have to Cold Steel, or whatever. You gotta fix that shit. I didn't spend that much money on that knife for it not to work like they said it was gonna work, you know what I mean? So let's just get this bad boy open and not impale my hands. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. Cutting into stuff, cutting into stuff. So, you take off the plastic shrink wrap, and there you go. Yep. This top box comes out. Maybe. Yeah. A little stubborn at first, but doesn't take too much getting. Oh boy, let me close my knife, because that'll be the safe thing to do. And we'll have a look here. Alright, so we have some instructions here, and they come on a little plastic sheet of, well, I'd say toilet paper, but I imagine if you use it as toilet paper, you'd be quite uncomfortable. How stupid does my hair look? I know that I put on several hats in the last, and it feels, I've been driving around all day with the windows down, doing about 100 miles an hour. No, just kidding, I don't, if there's any cops watching, I don't drive. I'm a good citizen, I know I am. So, my hair's all fucked up. Welcome to the world of Zen. This garden is a portable way to escape the tensions of ordinary life for people who are always on the go. I guess I could just make a big one myself. Actually, it'd be kind of cool if from this I could, I mean, all I need is a wooden tray and some sand. I could, I could do this kind of thing on my own, actually. I could make my own sand garden. But let's start with this. Let's finish the review before I get any crazier. At any moment, there's just weird, crazy ideas that I have in my head, you know what I mean? Like, I could buy the patches from Serenity or Firefly for the resistance movement and put them on the shoulders of the safari shirt. And that's what I was trying to find something like this, a safari shirt. I don't know if it looks all that good on me. That's kind of what the gag I was going for in the beginning, was the big leather chair and the hat to look like, maybe a, whatever. And I tried it with suspenders, and suspenders did not work with it at all. So maybe I should stop trying to wear suspenders. But Zen, the Sanskrit word for meditation, is a discipline. The purpose is to clear the mind of the chaos of everyday life in order to achieve a greater state of inner peace and harmony. When you cultivate, which I'm not sure that that's so true. I've heard a couple different explanations about meditation, and the first one that I heard I liked the best, because I meditate a lot. But by meditate, I mean I contemplate. I mean, I go on these, I used to mention, I go on these really long walks, and all the time I'm just always thinking about stuff. Most of the time it's horrifying. Most of the time it's just so fucking depressing, and just this reflection of cosmic loneliness. I just think about, like, the genocide, of the Jews, and I'm just like, all those people fucking died. Why? And if God was there, why didn't he do anything? And if God, why would God send the little Jewish girl to hell if she just, they just put her in a camp, and why, what the fuck? And it just overloads my mind all the time. But I read once from a Buddhist teacher, a Zen master who wrote this book, said that meditation is not attempting to clear your mind of nothing. It is attempting to focus your mind on being happy, to remove the veil of ignorance. And he said that there were different techniques. I never got onto how the techniques worked or anything like that. But, yeah. And so it says, oh, but then I also heard something from another person who says it is about clearing your mind. This person came from the Hindu world, and they say that these days it's almost like the damn kids with the rock and roll, nobody meditates the right way anymore. They don't recognize you're supposed to clear your mind. It's like they're all chanting, but you're not supposed to chant. You're supposed to be peaceful. And I'm like, all right. When you cultivate this miniature Zen garden, you escape for the moment, experience the true philosophy, serenity, and simplicity of Zen. Let your stress fall away as you attain a quiet focus. Yeah, I wish. The intent of just smoke pot. I'm sorry. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, seriously though, go ahead and get yourself a prescription for lorazepam or citalopram or Xanax or fucking budoprine. Just don't smoke weed. That's what losers do. Get hooked on legal drugs. That way, me and my company make more money. Oh shit. That's right. Well, I never reveal what company I work for, but they recently told us, if you have any activity on the internet, it is all right to censor what you said. And I was about ready to say, like, yeah, if you think you have the right to censor what I say, come on down to my house and we'll have a discussion. So, and again, nothing loaded into the chamber. Okay? See that? Tolstoy's safe. You have to drive by it now. Okay. But see? Oh, that's right. Once you cock it, I don't like the fact that on this Ruger you can't put the safety on when it's not cocked. I'm just so used to the airsoft guns or like, CO2 pistols where you can just, regardless of whether or not it's loaded and locked and loaded, you can safety it. So I mean, basically the corporation, this big pharma is saying like, they said if you have a Facebook and you want to express any political views, don't forget to put these are not the views of, Walgreens, CVS, and I was like, hey. I was looking at everyone around me as I was like reading these instructions, and I was all like, does anyone else feel that this is just fascist and sick, and that we shouldn't accept this? I mean, I highly doubt the corporation's really going to do anything about it, but if they ever were, I mean, I would just, I would hope that Americans are not what they are. I know that they'd go, oh, you're going to screw me out of more rights? Oh, I guess I'll eat a cheeseburger. That's how most Americans act. The intent of cultivating a Zen rock garden is to learn to open your mind and see more than what is before you. This kit includes a miniature wooden platform, sand, river rocks, and ceramic figurines. These elements combine to allow the Zen gardener to experience Zen on a personal level wherever you choose. The rocks resemble mountains and the sand the sea. Experiment, meditate, and enjoy. Try to understand that there really is no doctrine for Zen. Everything is based on the mind. And this is led by the mind and fashioned by the mind. Take a moment each day to reflect on the beauty of your miniature Zen garden and rejoice in the relaxation it brings. You just may notice you are gaining a more peaceful perspective in life. Man, I fucking doubt it. The things that bring me peace make my neighbors look at me weird. Anyway, so you get this little rake here, which it's not really all that sturdy, but it's not unsturdy. It just feels like they could have done a better job on it. I guess I shouldn't be complaining for $11. You get cocaine. Right? I mean, it just looks like uncut Colombian cocaine, buddy. It's all I can tell you. Man, imagine if the cops pulled you over with this bag in your pocket. They're like, no, I do it for serenity. No, officer, wait. See, you get a box of some stuff. Let's look at the miniatures here. These look like, little pagodas. I think that's what they're called. Pagoda. Pagoda. We had a pagoda out back. What happened to it? Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. Just, my mom has a rock garden out back where I do my cutting drills. That's not, I guess that's why I'm so zen. It's not because I'm, violently cutting through, whatever I visualize to be my, metaphysical enemy. No, it's because of the pagodas and the rocks and the flowers and the weeds and shit. And one day I was digging, and I don't remember what I was digging for, but I threw a shovel. When I was finished, I threw the shovel and I heard this clang! And I tried to cover it up by putting dirt over top of it. And it was almost like an episode of the Brady Bunch. My mom was like, did you destroy my pagoda? And I was like, yes. I wasn't like that. I was like, yeah, nigga, I destroyed it. And I was like, ah! That's what I was like. So you get a couple of pagodas. One of them is a 4, one of them is a 3. Doesn't seem to make any sense. I'm going to cover that up because I want to show those off last. You get a bird, little crane, I highly doubt a crane would ever just come on by down to the rock garden, even in, you know, Tibet or some shit. I'm tempted to believe that they would be scared and not come near that kind of thing. Maybe they would, I don't know. Maybe they sprinkle birdseed in it. Brilliant! You see that? That's just human engineering. That's just human ingenuity. All the Buddhists are like, how come we can get no birds to come to our rock garden? And I'm like, birdseed, nigga? And they, oh my god, he is the Buddha. Oh, wow, I'm in trouble now. I'm pretty sure I just gained so much karma from that. And again, as we're going over the subject, there is no such thing as good karma. All karma is bad. All karma is attachment. Attachment is bad. It keeps you attached to this world. Remember, you're trying to get to, you know, a point where you no longer are in the world, or you are in the world but not of the world, where you have no opinions on whether things are good or bad. You are happy, completely independent, even of whether or not you have food or not. So, yeah. Oh, you have river rocks. These smooth little stones. I could have found these outside. Why don't I just make my own garden? This is kind of dumb. Oh, well. And wow, cheap little crappy wood stand. But at least it's small. It's Oh, come on! It's not even level? You couldn't even make the feet level? Was this made in China? Where was this made? Made in China, yes. Damn you, China. And your shitty chicken. Okay, so, let's see what we got here. These aren't instructions. You said there'd be instructions. God, I thought they were going to be like, and they'll comb the dirt back and forth. Yes, okay. Let's open up our cocaine. Sugar. Sugar. Okay, sugar. I have a feeling this is going to get messy. Am I not supposed to open it up this way? Oh. There's a tear? It's like a little tear spot? Yeah, fuck the tear thing. Excuse me, I'll use a knife. Thank you. Don't tear out your hair, get a knife. I don't know. Okay. It's fancy cocaine. It's 2 bags, man. You open it and it still ain't open. Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess they really want to make sure this sand wasn't going anywhere. Make a nice, safe little opening. Now, where would Tolstoy be without his knife at this point in time? I'll tell you where. Up Schitt's Creek. Oh, wait, I'm already there. Okay. So. We're going to carefully pour the sand. Oh, man, I'm feeling zen already. I have the distinct feeling that this is too much sand. Like, they gave you extra sand just in case the sand, like, accidentally fell out of your, you know, little garden or something. I mean, ooh. Oh my god, they're right. This doesn't do zen. Oh, it's all that crystal meth I smoked earlier. Alright. I'm gonna bring this in at work. I think everyone would be a lot less stressed out if we'd had a little Zen garden. Oh shit, this is too much sand! No, maybe not. Then how am I supposed to make it flat? It's supposed to be flat! That's actually kind of cool. Okay, so let's give it a little comb over, see how we feel. Does my society still hate me? Yes. Am I still a lonely and pathetic psychopath? Yes. I don't know. Maybe I burned out all my care for today. Like I just don't... Ah! I knew it was going to spill over. Oh, shit. I've got sand on my desk. Got a sandy desk. Bye! Hey, Sandy! I got your dog! Bye! Hey, Sandy! Oh, wow, that was terrible. That was like a Filipino drag queen trying to, like, sing the theme song to Pete and Pete. That's right, I grew up in the 90s. I'm cooler than you. All you little 2000 born after kids going around going, I remember Rocco's Modern Life. No, you don't! Sorry. Oh, man. It feels like you could use a little less sand, to be honest. Alright, well, there's only one thing to do here. Okay. I'm going to scrape some of this sand off here into a... Shouldn't have poured all that sand in there. That was my fucking fault. I don't know what I'm yelling at the sand for. I'm not angry at you, sand. It's not your fault. You are getting all over my desk, though. It's almost like getting really drunk and puking in a friend's car. Not that I've done that. I really haven't. You can ask Zach. I've never puked in his car. But somebody has. Not one of my crew. My crew handles their liquor. No, they don't. I don't anyway. I end up giving fancy hugs. I'm a really happy drunk. I end up going around going, hey, you're the guy! And like hugging people. That's what I do. Oh my god. Oh, fuck! I am messing this up! It's not even even. It's not even even. Need a lot less sand. Alright. Now I need more sand, damn it! Hillary, where are my good underwear? What did you do with them, woman? That's right, Clinton's got lucky underwear. Wasn't wearing them that day. Oh, so you guess which day. It could have been like any day in the 90s. Oh, man. Oh. I feel like I need to pinch more sand. Oh, this isn't actually a bad method. Okay. This is retarded! I can't rake the fucking sand. If I do, it'll fall off the sides. This isn't tall enough. What are you, retarded? Who designed this? Oh, right, the Chinese. Okay. Not meaning to offend any Chinese. Oh, itch, itch, itch. Oh! Itch! Sorry. Man, you know what it's like when you have a really bad itch. Clinton knows what it's like to have a really bad itch. Oh. By itch, I mean sexual lust. Oh! So anyway, let's see if we can make like a nice little pattern in the sand. Dude, I feel kind of stupid. I don't know, I feel really stupid, but then again, that's just all the fucking time. If you get a light touch, you can sort of smooth it out and then make a pattern, but you're really likely to get all the sand dumped out. Now, what am I going to do with that extra sand? I didn't know it when it was in the bag. Didn't they say there was going to be instructions with this shit? Well, someone should have told me about that. Okay. Let's try putting in some rocks. Alright. Oh, man, we're zen now. Yeah, Tolstoy and Zen don't go in the same fucking, sentence, trust me. Put a little bird in there. I'm just randomly doing this shit. And then we're going to have pagodas at opposite corners. And then it's my Zen garden. How is this supposed to work? I can't rake anything. What the... On the box art, it's like perfectly raked. I'm not even shitting with you, dude. Where's the box? Like, how the hell did they achieve that? Oh, they left like 2 things out. Oh. Okay, well. I think they raked it and then put shit in there. You know that? That's some old bull. See, because in a real Zen garden, you have obstacles that you rake patterns around. So, but how am I supposed to rake like a thing around it, dude? It's retarded. Okay, well, first of all, let me show you what first popped into my head when I saw this bastard. Yeah. Three-sided. Wait, no, not three-sided. What is this? Well, pyramid die. Didn't get this at a convention or anything. It has little to no, well, not nostalgia. What's the word? It's value that's in your heart. Well, you know that any idiot knows it, but not me today. Alright, I'm getting sand all over my desk. God, the things I do for you people. Oh, YouTube's not advertising on me anymore. If I say the F word too much, then they don't like me. Well, maybe you should, maybe if I like make kind of. Yeah. Dude, this isn't very zen, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit. Maybe I'm getting the hang of it. Nice! Ooh, I like that pattern. Oh, hey, trying to do like a triangular pattern around it, I guess. Try securing that shit. And I'm fucking this up old school. Also, I taste salt. Damn it. This shit better not be poisonous. It's vaguely zen, but it almost kind of pisses me off. Whose idea was this? Alright, mine. Guess I've got no one but myself to blame. Okay, better idea. I think the monks back in the day just did this because they were bored as shit. They're like, want to go back into the hall and meditate some more? Let's go to the right garden. Okay, yay. Yeah, I'm fucking it up. Okay, whatever. Put some rocks up in that bitch. Guess what? The rocks get a corner. And so do the pagodas. They each get a special corner. That bird's hanging out over here. Can't really rake with anything in there. I think this defeats the fucking purpose. They should have made it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make a big mini one. How? I don't know. What I'm gonna use to rake with it? I don't know. Where am I even gonna put this thing? I do not know. Well, here's one idea. First off, this is dumb, but... Oh, ow, ow. Oh, it's all greasy and icky. Oh, it's gooey. Should have used a cigar to do this. Oh no, I'm kidding. Come on, kids, don't ask your parents. Come on, it's disgusting. Damn it. Just trying to clean up the edges a little bit. I honestly thought to myself, is this going to be messy? And I thought, how can it be messy? Come on, it's just sand. No, dude, what are you fucking talking about? Of course it's going to be messy. I don't want to lick my fingers. Like, I know that sometimes to handle money or like look through faxes really quick, you have to like lick your fingers, and it's really fucking disgusting. But it is effective. I just want to clean up some of that so it doesn't look so, just trying to rake a little bit. Nah, fuck it. Okay. So, what we're gonna do here is take this a little bit here. I thought I'd find a really zen purpose for that little corner right there in the Asian room with my new really shiny light that, yeah. So maybe that'll keep me zen. And if not, all this will just keep me zen. Oh yeah, and all that. Yeah, I think I'm a little too materialist for zen, I guess. Well, hope you had fun with this one.